still don't know if the well is an actual well.
Well then.
Where has Marsh gone? He was just like, I am so fed up with all this crap that he just like, I don't want to say snapped, because in this world, that would imply that now he may be able to burn some metals. I don't know if he can or not. It hasn't been mentioned. And it also kind of seems like at the end of the part that he is pretty much the king again. It's only like a little bit of the corner of the paper's missing, but it's
on
like
every paper that has
the same sentence. I wish I would have written down what the sentence was, but
they did look it up in their metal minds.
they did. And it's every document where that sentence is, it's missing. So here we are, part 6 and epilogue. I almost said 5.
Yep.
Yep. So, yeah. That did not go how I thought it would go.
Never does.
It never does. Sanderson. Well, I guess where do we begin? I'm going to begin with Ellen encountered the mist spirit.
And
he was a little freaked out.
And internally he was like, I really need to start believing my wife.
Yeah, really, she's not making stuff up. Yeah, so he encountered the mist, and it was it during the day? It was at night, because she told him to walk at night, right?
That was a night.
That was a night encounter. That's when him and Spook were en route back to Luthadel. And then they encountered the refugees.
The stewards, terracemen.
Yeah, the terracemen. Apparently, Terrace has been taken over by the Inquisitors.
Now we know where they went.
Yep. And, but it was kind of funny, because, not funny, but the terraceman that he was talking to was like, oh, you know King Venture? And Ellen's like, yeah, I know him. But,
We've met.
You know, and because they're like, oh, take us with you. Surely he'll let us back in. And Ellen's all like, I don't think there's a place to go back to.
Well, he doesn't know the situation yet.
No, but from what he left, he's assuming that there is not a Luthadel to return to.
That would be the safe bet.
Right. But that would be a wrong bet, a bad bet, because upon, I don't know, coming over the hill, him and Spook realized that the flag that's a-waving over Luthadel is his banner.
It's either, things went very well or it's a trap.
Yep. He's going with things went well. He's an optimistic lad. So...
Well, he's not wearing his uniform either, so...
Yeah, so he could be a little bit safe. Because they're coming in with the other refugees.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, with that, I was kind of right, but I was wrong. Because I said it seemed like he was the king once again. Well, he has exceeded king. He is now emperor. Team Venture, emperor and empress. I didn't see that coming.
Of course you didn't.
So, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. And it only took the Empress's dagger to make it work.
Yeah, and her threats.
Her dagger.
Yeah, her dagger. So, yeah, he's back. I'm gonna jump to another character that I've been kind of feeling for, and that's Saze. He's
in a depression.
He's not handling the death of Tyndwell very well. He don't care about nothing, because Set...
Penrod
and
Strathsman, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the general.
Yeah.
They're all trying to formulate a plan for rebuilding, and Set's all like, no, we need to go save my lands. And then the Strath general's like, no, we need to do this, we need to do that. And they're all looking at Saze, and Saze is kind of like, I don't care what you decide to do. It can all go to hell for all I care. My woman is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He don't care. But he's like, I gotta care, because Vin's my friend. but he's struggling to care. And he has to care, though, because he also knows that if he doesn't remind them of her presence, they'll just disband. So he has to keep them on task. Remind him that they are kings, merely. The others are emperor and empress. So, after all that, and they settle down or whatever, he goes back to his room, and he's having his moment, looking at his paperwork that him and Tyndwell went over. He is struggling. I didn't think he would have, so much...
He's still human.
I know, but they weren't together that long. Yeah, he even says something to the effect of they weren't together that long, and it was a miracle that they came together.
But you'd have to guess that, there was feelings there for a long time.
Do you think maybe he was, storing up love feelings? And then when he met her, he let him go? Can they do that? Can they store up those kind of feelings?
I don't think they store emotion.
Oh, okay.
But you would say, his whole life has been devoid of passion. And then you get that little bit.
Yeah.
And then,
You want more? He's also still the whole religious, he don't believe in anything.
Well, he's still battling.
Yeah. Depression. He's depressed. But as he's, reminiscing and looking through the work that him and Tyndwell put so much time into...
Vin almost kills him by scaring him half to death.
Well, yes, Vin almost kills him by coming in to be like, why'd you let me sleep so long? Because she was pewter dragon. But anyways, whatever. I was going to say, he too encounters the mist spirit. Now, is it the same mist spirit that encountered Alin? I don't know. But he does encounter one. And this one is trying to tell him, go over here, go. They don't speak. It's just motion. Right. So while he's encountering the mist spirit, Vin and Alin and Ham and Spook are going wherever Vin's taking them, which is to the well. Apparently it's located in Credit Shaw, which is the old quarters of Lord Ruler. And so, yeah, they're doing that. And it's hidden behind some secret wall. Down some stairs. So they go down there. Anyways, she finds the well. It's a glowing white little pond.
I don't know what you were expecting.
I was expecting an actual well.
So you were expecting a little...
a little thing in the little bucket. You pull the rope, it would go down, A well. Not a little pond.
Or a spring.
No. Well. Round. Bucket. Rope. Well. That's what I was expecting.
Your word associations.
Anyways, so she finds the well. As she's down there finding the well, the little mist spirit is still trying to get Saze to go, and it's taking him to Credit Shaw also.
But it doesn't go in.
It doesn't go in. But Saze is like, well, heck with you, I'm going in. So he goes in. I don't know how I feel about this, because...
Marsh.
He encounters Marsh, and Marsh's mission is to kill him, but he doesn't know why.
So it seems like Marsh isn't in control of himself.
Marsh is not himself anymore. So that must be a progression thing. I don't know. But he's like, I don't know why I'm supposed to kill you, but that's what I gotta do. And they battle it out. And it's pretty good. Epic. While they're battling upstairs, Vin is getting further into the ground, finding the well. She gets down there. And while they're at the well, another mist spirit appears.
And then proceeds to gut Ellen.
Guts Ellen. After Vin was like, don't go near it. Oh no, I encountered one already. It didn't mess with me. It just seemed like it wanted to try and tell me something. So he walks over how you doing, buddy? And it guts him. So she's all like, no! And then she jumps in the well. Because apparently, you know, she can recreate things with the power. She jumps in there. She starts burning. I guess it's
Takes
like,
off all her medals.
yeah, I guess the glowing white is really hot. Which, I mean, it makes sense. And then, like, this voice is all like, don't keep the power. You know what you must do. Well, when I first heard the voice, it was more friendly, like, don't do it, child. You know what will happen. Blah, blah, blah. But now, after I finish
All
this
stoic.
up, I'm thinking it's all like an evil voice.
Mm-mm.
Well, not evil, because it has to convince her. But, you know, it's not all friendly. So anyway, it's saying, don't keep the power. And she's all like, I got the power. And they're like, no, let it go. The whole thing was, Lindy couldn't get to the well because he couldn't get the power. Well, that's not what it was.
Continue.
That's not what it was. So, we're going back to Say's now. He's in Craddockshaw. He's heading down there. He meets up with Ham and Spook, but then he feels the building shake, and he's like, I'm too late.
Mm-hmm.
The power has already begun to be
She's absorbed it.
taken out of its little pond.
And she knows that she can just, like, fix Ellen right then and there.
Yeah, with this power. And she says she can recreate things, but only for a brief period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, she's also like, because she heard some of his final words, which was, because she was like, I don't know what like when she told Ellen before he got gutted, that once she gets there, she doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you know, I love you, you're beautiful, you'll know what to do, and I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So as she's in there, she's like, yep, I have to let the power go because he wants the people to have a better life and all this stuff. And according to what we've been told, releasing the power
is a good thing.
Is a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's really not. But, so she releases it. And I'm in my head that once she released it, the pond immediately dried up. Vin goes on, oh, Lynn, I love you, you're dying on me. Meanwhile, the Mist Spirit, was it still there the whole time? I don't know. Was it the one saying you must release the power? I didn't think so. But anyways, the Mist Spirit points to some little shard of pottery that they had saw earlier that has a little piece of metal in the middle of it. And Vin goes to eat it, and it's like, no, pointing at Lind. And so then she pops it in Lind's mouth, has him
swallow
take a
that
swig.
in one of her vials.
Yeah, has her swig her vials, and next thing you know, dun 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 dun,
he's burning pewter.
He's burning pewter, and then next thing you know, dun 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 dun, he's a Mistborn.
So
he didn't have to snap.
So you kind of seen the origin.
Yes.
Because remember there was a bunch of pottery shattered, and then that was the one
that had the piece. Because they originally thought it was adium, but Vin's like, it's the wrong color.
It looks different.
Yeah. So he's a Mistborn now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great. And now I'm like, there was all that talk in some of the previous book, or in the previous chapters, maybe the previous book, where he's all like, man, I really wish I could at least just burn one.
Now he has them all.
Now he has them all. Ask and you shall receive.
So
yeah. So
Vin will now have a student.
So now you have an emperor and an empress who are both Mistborn.
Could you imagine that, baby?
I was gonna say they get together, have some little Mistborn babies. They're gonna be ruling everything. Anyways, so yeah. So did I finish Say's battle? He was battling with Marsh. Ham helped him out because he was on the brink of being taken out, and Ham came up and...
That was like the end of it.
This was all happening during the well thing. They were like parallel.
Kinda.
Yeah. But when he was like on the brink of death and he saw the dueling cane come up to clunk Marsh in the head, at first I thought it was Breeze, and I was like, yay, he's okay. Nope, it's Ham. Still don't know what happened to Breeze. He was really affected.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even get a mention in part whatever we're in. 6? This is 6, yes. He didn't even get a mention.
Well, he's a broken man right now.
I know. Man. So anyways, so that was essentially part 6. Then we had the epilogue, which the epilogue is like the rubbing in its entirety. And apparently something has been altering. So this whole time, they're all thinking, release the power equals good, release the power equals good. Well, in reality, the actual words were, you can't release whatever is in there.
Whatever's trapped.
Yeah, don't release whatever's trapped. So, now, question. We're going to start, this is my starting again and question stuff. Is there something else possibly other than the mists? Because are the mists friend or foe? I don't know, because they helped. Like, they helped Vin when she was taking out the Lord Ruler, and, you know, they didn't really hurt Elend. And so, and that was another thing, and Vin realized it too, that the mist did that to Elend so that she wouldn't release the power. She would have used it to fix him, so then therefore whatever got the power wouldn't have gotten the power, so it wouldn't have been released. Are the mists friend or foe? That's all I want to know.
Rafa.
Are there different mists?
You can't
tell me.
This is all spoiler for Hero of Ages.
And then, was Lord Rashek really so bad? Because he didn't release the power. I mean, he wasn't a good man by no means. But is it better than what it would have been had he released the power? I mean, is he really that bad?
Well, the world probably wouldn't be there if he would release the power.
Yeah, so here I am all hating him and thinking he's horrible. But he kind of was stuck in a rock and a hard place. The only way he could have avoided it is, okay, so he took out Alendi. He took him out, Rashek did. The only way he could have avoided it was just never gone to the well.
But, so from Rashek's point of view, from the actual metal where Saz was reading it, he was a young man filled with hatred about something.
He didn't.
Who, upon completing the task given to him, which was
to keep Alendi from getting to the well,
he acquires godlike power. What happens?
So he's young. He's young. That's what you said. Yeah. Okay.
And he had chip on his shoulder.
But wouldn't Kuang have told him, keep him away from the well, and then don't mess with the well? Or is he like
he just
one
said
of those,
don't free it.
Don't free it. Oh, which technically he didn't do. He took the power for himself. So he's good and bad. Good in that he actually listened and didn't release it. Yeah.
He was very human.
And so now we don't know what the thing was that's been released, but I'm assuming by his words in the first book, you don't know what I do for you, is keeping this thing at bay.
I have a quote from a song.
Ooh, go for it.
And maybe you'll know the song.
Okay.
You take mortal man, put him in control, and watch people's heads roll.
Megadeth. I can't give you the song though. Is it Holy Wars?
No.
Oh. I don't know. I got the band at least.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, Megadeth, I slept during their concert, so.
She fell asleep during Holy Wars.
Yeah. Anyways. So, yeah. That's what I was wondering, if the mist was friend or foe. Maybe there's different mists, because they did say the mists are still killing.
I cannot answer this question.
Taking the 5th.
What, you want spoilers for Hero of Ages?
No.
Because I guarantee you have no idea how that's going to end right now.
I have no clue. No thoughts.
Brain shut down.
Yeah. But, so then, was the thing that was, okay, so when she gave up the power, she released something. Was the something the thing that was erasing and rewording the rubbing?
Yes.
But it wasn't released. How did it do that?
There's still influence.
Okay. I also was... Yeah, because then when Sayes went back, in the first line was, essentially said, I'm writing this in steel because anything not written in metal can't be trusted. And I'm like, holy crap.
You missed that the first time, didn't you?
I missed it the first time. He did too. He's like, oh, we should have paid attention to that more. But that means like everything Lynn's been reading and everything Vin's been told, and even his religions that he stored, nothing is true.
He even said in there that, the stuff in the metal mines have been changed.
Yes.
So, essentially, you have a, knowledge is power, and changed knowledge is power towards something else.
Yeah. It's all been a lie. That's what I get out of it. It's all been a lie. Lies, lies, everywhere there's lies.
I will give you one thing that you can look forward to.
Okay.
Your little buddy does have time in Hero of Ages.
Too soon. Yay. Yay. Good. Yeah, so this one, it was good.
Ooh.
I liked it. I'm ready to get into the next one. We got 2 Mistborn now. Nice.
One is definitely more accustomed, so to speak.
Yes, this is true. Gosh, gotta find out what happened to Marsh. Ugh.
When it all comes together, you're gonna just probably sit there and shake your head.
Yeah. Oh man. But anyways, did you want to add anything? I know I did a lot of summary, but like my main thing was friend or foe, was Rashek really bad? And I was he's in the Mistborn now.
The answer I can give you is there's multiple forces at play.
Okay. We shall leave it at that.
Because that doesn't narrow anything down, it's just...
Right, it doesn't point me any which way. You can't see it, but I'm bouncing my knee because I'm excited. Anything else you want to add?
So you remember the piece that they kept ripping off the...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So what you remember what it said?
That was the thing that said he can't get there because...
No.
The original line?
Yeah.
It was the part, I don't know word for word, but it was essentially saying you can't release the power because he can't access the power because if he releases it, it sends out this... No. I don't remember the wording, but
well, actually
their piece was he can't get to the well because he can't get the power.
He can't keep the power.
Right, he can't keep the power.
So...
But the actual line...
But the hero really needed to keep the power.
Exactly, because the actual line was, you don't want him to get to the well.
So I just want to make sure that mystery was...
Right, because if he gets there and releases the power, like we have now this situation. Yes, I got it.
Okay.
But my thing is, I want to know who's changing it. Because Sayes went into his metal mine, compared, he rewrote. And then fast forward to this... He held the
rubbing up.
Yes. So between him rewriting it and his encounter with the Mist Spirit in this part, it disappeared again.
And it's little subtle changes too, because, it said Holy First Witness.
Yeah, which he didn't notice that before. And that's what the Skull referred to him. So yeah, what's going on?
Raphael.
We'll see you next time.